I'm sure most of us are aware of our rights, but did you know that the Constitution of India talks about more than just rights? We have, besides fundamental rights, some fundamental duties. Let's talk about that today. Hello, I'm Sandhya and welcome to Dynamic Living. So without further ado, let's begin with the preamble to our Constitution. This talks about us being a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. The Constitution was created to ensure to all its citizens, above all else, 1. Justice, 2. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, 3. Equality of status and opportunity, and to promote amongst them all fraternity. That's number 4. Assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Now, for all of this, we have fundamental duties as well. These are not legally enforceable, but they're guiding principles both for the Constitution, the lawmakers, the executive, and for each of us as individuals. Would you like to know what these are? Some of them include, besides us following the laws and abiding by the Constitution, perhaps things that we need to remind ourselves of every once in a while, we also have a duty to defend the country and to render national service when called upon to do so. If you've ever had a fantasy about doing a short service commission with the armed forces, you know what? This may just be the time for you to do it. Another duty is to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, regional or sectional diversities, and to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women. That's quite a mouthful, but an even bigger handful to think about. Do look it up and see what you're doing as your bit to promote all of this. To value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. We see so many countries where even the smallest monument is treasured, is revered, becomes like an attraction internationally even. We have such amazing structures, monuments, natural beauty all over India. Do we stop to preserve that? What are we doing? Is it just for us to expect that the government will do it? There we go. It continues to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for all living creatures. To develop the scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. Now, this is a mind-blowing one. Why scientific temper? Why not? We are a land of tradition, we are a land of heritage, but we're also a land of superstition. Now, these got created over time. We'll talk about that in another video. But the reason why scientific temper is upheld as one of our fundamental duties is because so far we haven't found anything that beats science in terms of creating rational explanations for things, to help us create objective pursuits of things for the welfare of the maximum of mankind, to safeguard public property and to abjure violence. I think this needs no further explanation, just needs for us to think about a little bit. To strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement. Very often your identification is limited. This is my family, this is my business, this is my community. What if we were to extend that identification? This is my country. What am I doing for the betterment of my country? And in that lies my own betterment. If we're able to think like that, think of how far we can go with a nation of as many as we are today. If we want our government to perform for us, we need to go hand in hand with it, and we need to play our role in this as well. I'd love to hear about your thoughts of what you'd like to do, or indeed what you are doing. You could be an inspiration for all of us. Thank you for listening.